We are back to 1983 with Chris the Burgh. What's up, guys? GeorgeTheCloud here. Welcome to the channel and welcome to my life. Hamilton Place, Spaceman came traveling. Okay. What do we have here? Recorded in April 1983. It's almost April right here. And so this would have been, how many years ago? 23? 43. Hamilton Place Theatre in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Cool. I think Chris is, isn't Chris Irish, though? I had looked him up a while ago, but let me double check. He is Irish. All right. Well, let's get into it, guys. I have never heard this song. First time reaction. And it was requested by Brad. Thank you so much for the coffee. I appreciate it. So let's get into it. If you'd like to support my music journey, check out my Patreon over here. It makes a big difference. Grab some popcorn, fill up your water, put your headphones on. And I keep my hair. And let's go.
A spaceman came traveling on his ship from afar. 'Twas light years of time since his mission did start. And over a village he halted his craft, and it hung in the sky like a star, just like a star. He followed the light and came down to a shed where a mother and child were lying there on a bed. A bright light of silver shone round his head, and he had the face of an angel, and they were afraid. Then the stranger spoke. He said, "Do not fear. I come from a planet a long way from here. I bring a message for mankind to hear." And suddenly the sweetest music filled the air, and it went goodwill to all men, and love for child. This lovely music went trembling through the ground, and many were wakened on hearing that sound. And travelers on the road, the village they found by the light of that ship in the sky that shone all around. And just before dawn, at the paling of the sky, the stranger returned and said, "Now I must fly. When 2,000 years of your time has gone by, this song will begin once again to a baby's cry." And it goes, goodwill to all men, and love for child. begin once again to a baby's cry. Oh, the whole world is waiting, waiting to hear the song again. There are thousands standing on the edge of the hall, and a star is burning somewhere. The time is nearly here. The song will begin once again to a baby's cry.
That was submersive. What an experience. It really, like, magical. To think that you could do that, right? As a musician, go on stage, play a song, 5 minutes, but completely, teleport you to another time, another land, another life. First things first, we hit the like. I am subscribed to am I subscribed to Chris? I forget if he has a channel. Let's see. And I'll have a link of the original video down in the description below. He does have a channel. Okay. We'll have to check out music from the channel directly at some point. Spaceman came traveling. So what am I thinking about here while I listen to the song? The birth of Jesus. Jesus as a baby. There's something about, looking at the light and the fact that they're traveling and sounding like it's ancient times. Mary and Joseph, right? Following the star of Bethlehem, and waiting for the birth of Jesus. That's what I'm thinking. And also the other songs that I've reacted to from Chris are kind of religious. Crusader, I remember that was like peak. I heard that song, I was blown away. So maybe he has this strong connection with religion, and he's combining it with music. The instrumentation here, the sound design, so fantastic, so magical. We got instruments here. I heard like a steel lap guitar. The drums were on point. The acoustic, just like all coming together, and each with their shining moment in the performance. And along with that, of course, his voice. Such an amazing voice. Very strong in both, like, his regular notes, which are lower, and the higher notes when he decides to go to like head voice. We saw a part in there at the end. He was like there, and then he went lower, and it's like so quick. You didn't even notice the transition. Almost like two voices, two different people. And I just really enjoy the strength in his voice and how it, goes high and gets emotional. That's why I think, Steve Perry, one of the greatest musicians, because he does that. And it's just like a little bit similar to Chris. I'm going to look up the official meaning of the song for knowledge. So the song is a science fiction retelling of the nativity story. What am I saying, guys? What am I saying here? Where a benevolent alien visitor acts as a watchful angelic figure. It reinterprets the Star of Bethlehem as a spacecraft and brings a message of peace and goodwill, often regarded as a reflective Christmas narrative. I do remember that part in the song where the alien communicates that, he comes in peace and that he wishes that peace to humanity. Let's see here. Chariots of the Gods influence. The song is inspired by Eric von Daniken's theories about Extraterrestrial Interaction with Humanity in Ancient Times. I have heard that book. I haven't read it myself, but I used to watch a lot of Ancient Aliens on the History Channel, and Eric von Daniken was on the show, and they kept referencing the book many, many times. So I approve this message. And you know what's interesting here? We're combining the nativity scene, right, with aliens, which, if you think about it, are kind of opposing theories, because for the most part, you either believe in in the Bible and the creation of God, or you believe in science and the Big Bang. And they kind of don't have that much common ground. But personally, I believe in both. I'm here. I follow this because I think you can sort of understand both. And I mean, I don't, this is such a deep topic, but I think it kind of makes sense if you believe in both. We have to go by the science because it's tactile, you can see it, it's represented, but at some point you kind of let go of that and think about something greater. Like the universe has a God and things have a purpose. Everything happens for a reason, right? And so therefore, I believe in a higher power, and that God has the capability of creating planets, universes, civilizations, and everything that, we see. And so he created planet Earth. That's where we live. He created us, but he also created aliens. And so at some point, there is this conversion, like aliens are kind of beings that come from God as well. They're different species, right? So there's probably good aliens and bad aliens, the same as, people and even animals, just everything around that has life. There are ranges, right? So, yeah, going back to the song though, let's see. And this is live, mind you, from 1983. Such a great performance. This is why I enjoy going back to these eras, because they just knew how to make the music come to life. With the little technology and like visual effects and everything, it was real. Right now, if you watch performances that are live, whatever, the Oscars, the Grammys, in whatever big event that's going on in the world, they rely a lot on the extra stuff to make up, maybe for lack of talent for some, right? But in this case, it was just like, it was there. He had the voice, they had the musicians, they had the idea, the concept, and everything came together, beautiful. And Chris the Burgh is turning out to be one of those artists that I'm like, yeah, this guy is special. So I'm definitely going to dive deeper. Thank you, Brad, for suggesting one of my favorite musicians that you have requested thus far. And if you guys have suggestions, please comment, subscribe, and at the end, do a flip. Till the next.